May this story bring you gentle peace and ease into sleep. Lily and the Helpful Sprite. This story is about a kind-hearted girl named Lily and a helpful sprite named Flax, who show the power of caring through their strong friendship. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by lush forests and sparkling streams, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Lily. She adored exploring the woods and making friends with the creatures that inhabited them. One sunny afternoon, while picking wildflowers, Lily heard a soft whimpering sound coming from a nearby bush. As she approached cautiously, she discovered a tiny sprite with delicate wings caught in a thorny vine. Lily carefully untangled the sprite, who introduced himself as Flax, a helpful sprite from the mystical realm. Grateful for her kindness, Flax offered to help Lily whenever she needed. Over time, Lily and Flax became inseparable friends, always looking out for each other. One day, an unexpected storm hit the village, causing floods that threatened to destroy homes. Lily rushed to help her neighbors, but the floodwaters were too strong. Seeing her struggle, Flax used his magical powers to create a barrier, holding back the water and allowing Lily to guide everyone to safety. The villagers were amazed and thankful, not knowing it was Flax who had saved them. Lily's bond with Flax grew ever stronger, and she realized that true friendship means caring for each other in times of need. As the years passed, Flax's kindness left a lasting impression on the village, and Lily continued to share the story of her helpful friend. She taught the villagers to appreciate the magic of caring and the importance of looking after one another. And so, the village thrived, filled with love and compassion, all thanks to the friendship between Lily and the helpful sprite. Together, they proved that even the smallest acts of care could create ripples of goodness in the world. And every night, as Lily lay in bed, she smiled, knowing that Flax was always watching over her, a beacon of kindness and a testament to the power of caring hearts. Let's wander gently into the next story. The Lullabies of Dahlia and Cal. This story is about the enduring legacy of a human named Dahlia and a tree elf named Kala. Dahlia lived at the edge of the ancient forest, where the trees whispered tales of old. Every evening, she would sit by her window, gazing at the towering trees swaying in the moonlight. On such night, a delicate glow caught her eye, emanating from the forest's heart. Curiosity wove its magic, and Dahlia ventured into the woods, her path illuminated by that mysterious light. Deep within, she found a small, elfin creature enveloped in a golden aura. "Who are you?" Dahlia asked, her voice trembling with wonder. "I am Kala, a tree elf," the glowing figure replied, a gentle smile spreading across her face. "I protect the legacy of this forest, passed down through generations." From that moment, an unspoken bond formed between the human and the elf. Kala guided Dahlia through the forest, showing her the ancient tree where the memories of the woodland were etched in its bark. The tree spoke of times when humans and magical creatures lived in harmony, sharing wisdom and protecting the land together. Kala explained that she was the last of her kind, and the legacy of the forest now lay in Dahlia's hands. Determined to honor this sacred responsibility, Dahlia learned the secrets of the forest. She discovered how to converse with the animals, understand the language of the trees, and respect the delicate balance of nature. Over time, Dahlia became known far and wide as the guardian of the forest. Under her care, the forest thrived. Creatures of all kinds found sanctuary within its bounds. The bond between Dahlia and Kala grew stronger, a symbol of enduring friendship and shared purpose. Years passed, and as Dahlia's hair turned silver, she felt the tug at her heart. It was time to pass the legacy on. Just as Kala had found her, Dahlia saw a kindred spirit, someone who could continue the timeless guardianship. On a moonlit night, much like the one when she first met Kala, Dahlia found a young girl by the— "Who are you?" the girl asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "I am Dahlia," she replied, her voice filled with warmth. "Would you like to hear a tale of a magical friendship and a legacy to protect?" And so, the story of Dahlia and Kala began anew, with each generation adding their own chapter to the rich legacy of the ancient forest. Here's another story to warm your heart. Binka and Rose, the Tale of Kindness. This story is about the incredible power of kindness and the lasting bond between a young girl named Binka and a cat named Rose. In a quaint village nestled at the edge of a lush forest, there lived a young girl named Binka. Binka had a heart as warm as the summer sun and a spirit as gentle as the morning breeze. One bright morning, while wandering through the forest, Binka discovered a small, bright green caterpillar named Rose. Rose had fallen from a high branch and was struggling to climb back up. Without hesitation, Binka gently scooped Rose into her hands and placed her back on a sturdy branch. Rose wiggled with gratitude, her tiny legs curling in delight. Days passed, and Binka and Rose formed an unbreakable bond. Each day, Binka visited Rose, providing fresh leaves and flowers for her friend to nibble on. In return, Rose spun intricate webs that sparkled like diamonds in the sunlight, bringing endless joy to Binka. One sunny afternoon, Binka found a small bird with a broken wing near Rose's favorite tree. Remembering Rosie's vulnerability, Binka carefully mended the bird's wing, using soft leaves and delicate threads from Rosie's webs. The bird soon healed and flew away, singing a sweet song of thanks. As seasons changed, Binka and Rose watched the forest transform together. Rose, feeling safe and loved, started weaving a cocoon, preparing for her next life stage. In this time, Binka shared stories of kindness and dreams with Rose, instilling hope and love into her tiny friend's heart. Years later, a beautiful butterfly emerged from the cocoon. Rose, now adorned with vibrant wings, fluttered around Binka, expressing her gratitude with every delicate flap. With a heavy heart, Binka knew it was time for Rose to explore the world beyond the forest. As Rose took to the skies, she left behind a trail of shimmering dust, a reminder of their unbreakable bond. Binka continued her acts of kindness, always cherishing the memories of her dear friend. The forest thrived under Binka's care, becoming a sanctuary for animals in need. And Rose, now a graceful butterfly, visited often, bringing news of her adventures and spreading Binka's message of kindness wherever she went. This timeless tale of Binka and Rose reminds us all of the incredible power of kindness and the lasting bonds it can create. Another story awaits to ease your night. Amaryllis and the kind-hearted giant Lobelia. This story is about Amaryllis, the kind young girl, and Lobelia, a gentle giant, forming an unbreakable bond of friendship in a quaint village and together saving the village from a terrible flood. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between velvet green hills, there lived a young girl named Amaryllis. She had golden hair that shimmered like the morning sun and eyes as deep and blue as the ocean. Amaryllis was known throughout the village for her kind heart and infectious laughter. One sunny afternoon, as Amaryllis was wandering through the woods collecting wildflowers, she stumbled upon a path she had never seen before. The flowers here were more vibrant, the air fresher, and an enchanting aroma filled the atmosphere. Following the path, she soon found herself in a clearing where the trees stood like sentinels round a small pond. Sitting by the pond was a giant, unlike any she had ever seen. He was enormous, with skin like buck, and eyes that glowed a gentle green. Despite his intimidating size, there was something profoundly kind and gentle in his expression. Emilus, brave and curious, approached the giant. "Hello," she said in a voice as sweet as honey. The giant, startled at first, soon smiled warmly. "Hello, little one," he rumbled, in a voice that sounded like distant thunder, yet filled with warmth. "My name is Lobelia." Amaryllis sat beside him, feeling no fear. They spent the afternoon talking and sharing stories. She learned that Lobelia had been living in the forest for centuries, watching over it and protecting it from harm. Despite his towering figure, Lobelia was alone and longed for companionship. Amaryllis, with a heart full of compassion, promised to visit him as often as she could. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. Amaryllis and Lobelia's friendship blossomed like the wildflowers that grew in the forest. They played games, told stories, and helped each other with various tasks. Lobelia even taught Amaryllis about the secrets of the forest, the language of the birds, the hidden trails, and the ancient trees that held stories of the past. One day, a terrible storm struck the village. The river swelled and began to flood, threatening the homes of the villagers. Without hesitation, Amaryllis sought out her giant friend. "Lobelia, we need your help," she cried. The giant didn't hesitate. With his mighty strength, he diverted the floodwater away from the village, saving it from destruction. The villagers, witnessing Lobelia's bravery and generosity, welcomed him with open arms. No longer was he just a lonely guardian of the forest. He became a beloved member of the village. Amaryllis and Lobelia's friendship continued to grow, their bond unbreakable. They showed the village that true friendship knows no bounds, and that kindness can bridge the gap between even the most unlikely of companions. Together, they lived happily, knowing they had each other's backs through thick and thin. Until we meet again, sleep peacefully.